at A Literary Princess, and today I have my November TBR for you. So this is more of a few books I definitely am going to read and then a pile of possibilities. I am very burnt out by this point. I recently finished and turned in my dissertation prospectus, so I was reading a lot for that and a lot of rather dense nonfiction. It is currently Victober, and I have found that I have not even finished one Victorian novel yet this month because I am just so burnt out from all things Victorian and my work that I'm like, So I'm trying to take it easy for the month of November while keeping in mind that it is Nonfiction November, which I do like to participate in. So I have my reads for the George Elliott project, and I have 2 Nonfiction November reads, but then other than that, it's going to be kind of mood reading, and I've just picked out a few that I'm feeling kind of in the mood for now. I might not end up being in the mood for them once November comes, but this is what I'm leaning toward. So let's jump in. So first up, we have 2 reads for the George Elliott project. And that is because this month's piece of fiction by her is Brother Jacob, which is a short story. I don't know what this is about at all. I technically have a physical copy, but it is from 1885. And frankly, I'm afraid it's gonna fall apart. So I will probably read this online because I don't think the library should be letting anybody take out a book from 1885, but okay, library, you do you. So, since this month was a short story, I decided it would be a good idea to pick up a biography of George Elliott, and it's Nonfiction November, so it worked out perfectly. So, this is George Elliott, A Life by Rosemary Ashton. This is the most recent biography of George Elliott that my library had, so I decided to go with it. I have seen it cited many times in relation to her, so I think it's a pretty good one. It looks very chunky, but it's actually only, not including the notes, 382 pages. So I think I should be able to finish this within the month if I read a little bit every day. I say as if I've ever done that ever in my life with anything, but yes. So I will be having 2 George Elliott project videos, theoretically. One at the beginning of the month on Brother Jacob, and one at the end on George Elliott, A Life. My other Nonfiction November read, I actually have a physical copy coming, but it's not here yet. This is The Professor is In, The Essential Guide to Turning Your PhD into a Job by Karen Kelsky. I've heard a lot of good things about this, that it has a lot of helpful information. Kelsky also runs a blog, which I have read some articles on, and I think this should be helpful for me. It's not the most fun read probably, but hey, it's Nonfiction November, and now that my prospectus is turned in and going to be defended on the 30th, yay! I need to be thinking about, as well as writing the dissertation, going onto the job market. So reading this is the next step. These next 2 are books that I am actually currently in the middle of, but have put on pause for Victober. So the first one is Deathless by Catherine M. Valente. This is a retelling of Koschei the Deathless. I was going to be doing a Fairy Tale Friday on it, but I'm a little less than halfway through currently, and I realized I would have no idea how to talk about this book. So I will not be doing a video on it. I really like it, but I don't know enough about Russian folklore to even begin scratching the surface of this book. So I'm just gonna be reading it for fun. Once Victober is over, this will probably be the first one I get back to. And then the other one that I'm currently in the middle of is Wolf Song by TJ Klune. I literally last week bought this on my Kindle and read the first 15% because I was so burnt out and I was like, I just need a paranormal romance so I can chill for a minute. So yes, this is a paranormal romance involving werewolves. I'm liking it so far. There's a major thing with the romance that's bothering me. It's a pretty big age gap, and they've met when this age gap is just not acceptable. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I like the writing style. Like, it's very, I got right into it. It was scratching that itch I needed for kind of like, you know, the trashy paranormal romance. But we'll see what I end up thinking of it. So, let's talk about some of the potential possibilities for the rest of the month. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna want to read these once November actually comes around, but these are kind of the ones that are calling out to me at the moment, so we'll see what happens. First up is Fairy Tale by Stephen King. This is one of Stephen King's newest novels. Came out last year. I got it for my birthday or for Christmas. I don't even remember which anymore. But it sounds like it's a portal fantasy, and I was like, I really want to see Stephen King's take on a portal fantasy. Love Stephen King. It is rather chunky though, but his writing goes very quickly. So we'll see if I'm still in the mood to pick it up. Another option that I'm thinking of is Midnight Sun by Stephenie Meyer. So a few months ago, I reread the whole Twilight Saga, and now I'm thinking maybe I'll reread Midnight Sun and do a video like rereading Midnight Sun after rereading the Twilight Saga as an adult or something. I don't know, it's possible. You'll notice all of these are like fairly light reads and fun. I'm like, I don't want to think, okay? I don't want to think right now. I just want to be chill, please. So I never thought I'd reread this, but rereading the whole series kind of made me want to. Possibility is A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. This is a young adult, dark academia, I think like paranormal. It's got witches, as far as I understand. It's just like, you know, light, fun, dark academia, love that, good for November. Similar vein is Lake's Edge by Lyndall Clipstone. This is a young adult paranormal romance with a gorgeous cover from Owl Crate. Holy crap, look at it. Beautiful. It's gothic. It seems like kind of just, you know, fun. Fun. Fun is what I want. And this is probably the one I'm leaning toward the most. This is The Plot by Jean Hanff Korelitz. I actually have started this before on audiobook and got partway through and then was not in the mood for an audiobook anymore, and it had to go back to the library, and it was a whole thing. This is a copy that belongs to my friend. She lent it to me. So this is what I'm really leaning toward right now because A, I want to know the ending because I've already started it, and B, I should really get it back to my friend. I think this is kind of like a thriller-ish mystery type thing. It's about a writer who ends up basically plagiarizing a plot from one of his creative writing students who dies. That's not even a spoiler. That's like on the back of the book. But so I think if I pick up any of the pile of possibilities, it'll be this one. And then the final one that I'm really leaning toward right now is Tripping Arcadia by Kit Mayquist. I bought this over the summer during my vacation, and I had never heard of the author or this book. It just sounded really good. It's subtitled A Gothic Novel. The cover is really pretty. It sounded like my type of thing. And you know what? It's fairly short, so I'm thinking maybe this one. We'll see what happens, but... So, that is my November TBR / pile of possibilities. Let me know down in the comments below. Have you read any of these? What did you think? What will you be reading for November? Are you participating in Nonfiction November? It has been great chatting with you. I will see you soon. Bye.